gamers. And yeah, I am Hako, and on score artist poet, all one word. You can find me out there on Twitter. If you want to engage that way, but more importantly, as the title says, I'm plugging Raid Shadow Legends because today started, or was it yesterday? But anyway, this week started a chase for a new champion in the game called Ninja. And yes, it is that Ninja, the Ninja that we all know from Fortnite and other games, the Ninja who has strong opinions about people who claim that it's just a game, because it isn't. It isn't just a game. It's we play because we want to be entertained. Yes, we play to blow off steam. Yes, but we play to win. When everybody likes to win, nobody really likes to lose. But you have to have that mindset that yes, it's okay. It's not okay to lose, but it's not okay to be a dick about it. And that's kind of a philosophy that I can support. And I try to instill that in as many people as I come across in the gaming universes. That is tabletop video or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, head on over to my Twitter. That is again Hako HAKO underscore artist poet. It's ARTISTPOET. And I have a link on my feed. If you click on that link and you join the game, I get a kickback when you get a kickback. Yes, that's right. I'm helping you. You're helping me. It's kind of fun. I'm also part of a clan out there on Raid. Um, if you want to go looking for that, I don't remember the name too much. Because that's not. It's the Future Immortals, and that is two separate words. Future Immortals. I think the code is L283. So if you want to submit an application to join that clan, clan is a little bit different in Raid than it is in Destiny. We don't actually play shoulder to shoulder like we do in Destiny, but you do have tasks. It's kind of like well, if you show up to like a squad room and there's a duty board and your name is listed and your goals for the day are listed and your quotas for the day are listed or whatever they want to call them, that's kind of what you're doing in the raid. In the clan on Raid Shadow Legends. So the game does not have any active toe-to-toe, face-to-face PvP, although there is an arena where you go in and fight against other teams that are built by other players, and there are some bots. If you're at a certain tier where there's not that much of a population in your group, the game will go ahead and put in some. Well, it's presumed. It hasn't been. I don't have not found any verification for this, but from what I've seen from the YouTubers who talk about this more professionally than I am right now, there's a lot that they will populate the arena for you, and it's actually been through a lot of balancing and tooling. This game is very active and very alive, and that they're constantly adding new champions. They're tweaking gear. They're tweaking dungeon bosses. Um, so yeah, it is a turn-based strategy game. Um, you can play. My big takeout of the game is, excuse me, I like to go ahead. I like building things. I like building systems. Um, I think honestly I should have probably focused my education more into programming because I think what little programming in HTML I've ever done, I've actually really enjoyed myself seeing the results afterwards. But but yeah, I mean I am an artist. I am a poet, and putting things together is kind of my skill set. And I'm not the best at it, obviously, because I would be making a whole lot of money. But I have a good time, seeing the people's smiles and positive reactions to what I create IRL. But anyway, so let's see. We got rocket launchers, grenade launchers, and a scout rifle. That's awesome. I think I already have all that stuff on my character. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. You can tell I'm a little bit ADD here. No, I don't have a rocket launcher, but I do have grenade launchers, which is fine. And I do have a scout rifle out here somewhere. Yeah, technically that's a scout rifle. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a rocket launcher. Anyway, so yeah, Raid is actually a lot of fun. A lot of people have talked rather negatively about it, but I think it's the expectations that you have versus the reality of an app-based gotcha game. And it is an app-based gotcha game. You are a champion collector, essentially, is what you're doing. You're collecting artifacts and accessories for the champions. You're collecting champions. You're collecting resources to level those champions. Um, it is free to play, but it is pay to win. It is that if you go out to YouTuber that I watch, two YouTubers that I watch quite a bit is Hell Hades. That's HELHADES and Ash, ASH. And just type their names in with Raid Shadow Legends afterwards, and you'll find their channels. They're really great guys to watch. They have some really fantastic insights. I like the two of them because Ash is more, he drives more towards the free to play and the mid tier type gamer. He does have a lot of end game level kind of content. He does have a lot of starting game content, but he really does focus more on the reality of the game itself, and as far as what you can and should be expecting out of playing the game. So if you want to watch those videos before you get into the game itself, I recommend doing that. Hell Hades is he's very end game driven. He does do content on the uncommons and rare champions and the lower parts of the game where you can, like, when you're starting up a new team, he talks about that. But he does drive more towards things like Doom Tower and Gold and Platinum tier arenas and level 20 to 25 type dungeons. So for Hell Hades, I say definitely take a look at his content because he does drive more towards the pay to win kind of aspects of the game. And how to best apply your currency, how to best apply your cash. Whereas Ash is more about, he's more about how to apply your on hand resources, which is your time and your energy and your gems and all that stuff, and how to make the most out of a limited environment. He does have a free to play account that he runs, and he does have a pay to win account that he runs. I don't know that Hell Hades has a free to play account, but he does work with free to play players through his Patreon. And his Twitch channel. So, like I said, two great guys to really take a look at. There are a host of other content creators out there. I don't really follow them. I kind of feel bad about that, but in the end, it's kind of like, I'm going to choose who speaks to me, and these two YouTubers do speak to me on that. But anyway, so like I said, Raid, it's a really good game if you take it for what it really is. And in this week launches a new champion. I don't know if I mentioned that in this. I did mention it in my Twitch, my tweet. It is Ninja, and oh yeah, I did mention that. It is that Ninja guy. So go and check it out. Now here to the Destiny, because I want to try to wrap this up in 10 minutes. Like I said about Raid, it's a really fun game if you take it for what it is. It is a champion collect. It is a collector gotcha game that is more about strategizing your ultimate build. Um, and there's a heavy amount of RNG in it, and that is the nature of almost every game we play. They do want to run that RNG pat on us as much as possible. I was trying to see if I had an arc-based scout rifle, and it does not look like I do. So let's go ahead and play around with this little dude. Um, okay, we're good for now. So let's see, checking my playlist activities. I've got the 100k for the Vanguard that I already do. I think I already did my Exo challenge. Yeah, I don't know. She keeps pinging for me, but oh, it's powerful gear that I earned. Okay, so let's go do that. This is a good time to talk a little bit. I'm gonna take a drink here. Um, my wife picked up this instant crush soft drink. It's watermelon flavored. It's actually really delicious. It's one of those packets you pour straight into the water bottle, and I highly recommend you give it as good a shake as you can manage because you get a clump of that powder. It's like pixie. It's like nuclear pixie sticks. I don't know if anybody's out there old enough to remember them or nutty enough to enjoy them, but yeah, pixie sticks were my thing when I was in high school. Um, and wow, it's like yeah, I basically nuked my tongue this morning, just a few minutes ago, really, actually, um, making of a bottle. But anyway, so yeah, talking about the game. So why do I keep playing Destiny? I don't know. I treat Destiny like an arcade experience, like an arcade cabinet game experience. Like if I was playing Galagia or Tempest or Dig Dug or games like Pac-Man, or Asteroids. that's kind of why I've also, constantly harp on about. I wish there was something we could do with our actual jump ships, something maybe like asteroids. It'd be kind of fun. Or like, I mean, we can't be the only people. I mean, I'm going to jump the volume down a little bit here because we don't need to hear all that background noise. Um, I really wanted something more to do with our sparrows, something more to do with our. Um, yeah, she's still indicating, but there's nothing else there. I don't. Is this a bug or something? For me, maybe it's something in here. Maybe I collected something in here. As you can see, just looking around stuff like this, I don't. I used to really deep dive into the collector content of Destiny. I chased everything in Destiny 1. I wanted the full experience in Destiny 1. And Destiny 2 came along, and, I think I kind of got a little tilted at first in Destiny 1. I was kind of like, I used to play all three classes in Destiny 1. I'm not going to play anything but a hunter in Destiny 2. And if the game doesn't like the fact that I'm going to run multiple hunters, then so be it. But now that I found other interests and things like that in the game world and in IRL, I really don't have the time to invest in running more than one character. And more importantly, honestly, I think if it wasn't for power creep and PvP, um, I don't think I would be playing Destiny as much as I do. Honestly, right now, the thing I do pretty much every day is, when I manage to, is I run out and I go and pick up, uh, the gunsmith bounties because I want to make sure that I want to make sure that I've got the accessibility to the power levels, and I mean, yeah, if I was really interested in power creep, I'd be doing things like the raid and grandmasters, this and that. Um, I do play by myself on my own, even though I'm in a pretty active clan, and we get shit done for the most part. Um, I really do prefer just kind of running on my own. It is more fun to play with friends, and there have been many times where it's like I struggled with a piece of content. I was like, oh my god, why am I even bothering with this shit? And then a buddy of mine will pop into the fire team, and it became less about what we were doing in the game and more about just hanging out and shooting the shit. But, everyone's got busy things to do now. Summertime is chaotic for a lot of us. And yeah, I mean, I do prefer to kind of play solo. And I know that there are master um lost sectors or legendary lost sectors that you're supposed to run solo to get gear. But I'm like, you know what? No, I don't really need that. I hate to say it, but this is enough for me, running 5 gunsmith bounties and then doing the playlist pinnacles. That's kind of enough. I don't really. I mean, yeah, I mean, if I was going to be doing things like, World's Challenge and all that kind of fun stuff, then maybe I probably would be doing more raids. But the reality is that one, I don't have the patience for a 2-hour experience, even though I might end up, farming in Destiny for materials for over 2 hours. Um, I'm doing variable things. I'm not just doing this one mechanic over and over and over because somebody forgets to they can't shoot that, or they're supposed to shoot this, or they're supposed to pick that up, or they're supposed to do this call out, or they forgot whose left is whose right. And yeah, I don't know. It's not, and it's not that I haven't played with really proficient teams. I have played with some really proficient teams. You can take a look at my and you'll see what I've collected. That it actually does show we've done quite a bit. Um, it's just that I don't find it of I don't know. It just doesn't have the same value to me that it does to other people. I guess um, I'm sloppy, and I like that, and I want to be casual, and I want to be comfortable. I want to have fun. and it's I want to have fun playing with weapons that playing with guns in the game that are fun to play with. For instance, like this one. This is a fucking hilarious piece of shit. Um, we're supposed to do shotguns, aren't we? And I'm not. Oh, grenade launcher. Okay, that's right. Oh, energy-based grenade launchers, right? Calibrate grenade launchers use special ammo. I don't have one of those. So let's go ahead and pop this open. But yeah, let's play with. I'm going to show you this hand cannon. This has kind of become my favorite hand cannon because it just does this wacky thing. Look, like you can't find that. Who does not find that funny? You know, who doesn't find that funny? It's like pop. Yeah, it's a Seraph hand cannon, officer's hand cannon, revolver. And it's got time payload, but it's like super fast, and the explosion is like, I mean, back in Destiny One, Firefly or Dragonfly, or whatever it was called back then, um, it used to you would hit them in the head and they would explode, but the explosion would come out the back of the character's model, and it was freaking hilarious. It looked like they were like I don't know if anyone here listening to me has ever played Destroy All Humans, but there's a weapon that makes your targets basically shit themselves, and I just think it's fucking hilarious. But anyway, so why am I still playing Destiny? It's really just because, like I said, I like short, quick, get it done in under 15-minute kind of activities. And, I spent, I mean, I would have been done with these gunsmith bounties already about 5 minutes ago. But I'm kind of like, I'm talking about Raid Shadow Legends and I'm meandering about stuff, and I forgot to get my grenade launcher, my energy-based grenade launcher. But I don't know. It's like I don't care about power creep outside of Iron Banner. Believe it or not, I don't have a serious burning desire to have the absolute most meta a gear. I play with what's fun. I play to have fun. Whether I play with other people or by myself as a rando, um, in PvP. And then, like I said, I mean, power creep is not as big an influence on me as it used to be. It used to be pretty damn freaking insane for me. But PvP is really kind of like most reasons why I'm doing things like upgrading my loot and farming for slightly better stat rolls. That's what I focus more on now these days. Is I'm looking for things that have good rolls on them that match up with my playstyle and my interests and what I want out of the game. And I think that's kind of what people should focus on. And I would be really, really excited if Bungie were to realize that. I mean, a part of me is also still playing the game really because we're getting so close to what appears to be the culmination of the D2 narrative with Savathun and uh, the Cabal and the Fallen and the Vex and all those guys. The Scorn, have a chapter coming up, I guess, next season. And so, I mean, I'm not too driven to play the content outside of what I do on a normal basis. I mean, I did do the Solstice of Heroes up to the point where it starts asking me to do things like trials and raids and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, probably not going to do that. He came apart real nice. And thought I had grenade launcher finders, but anyway, I'm over 20. I'm over my 15-minute target, so I'm gonna say done. Thanks for stopping by, guys, and yeah, check out the link that I put on my Twitter feed. Hope to see you in raid.